Oh, this is good. This is very good. So how it negotiates and navigates. All right, we got it. Good job. Now we're gonna have a right turn and it just kind of merged over 4 lanes. So this car is actually turning left. No hesitance, very good. This is very Tesla FSD like. This is very good. And this car is trying to merge left. Okay, all right. Oh, that was pretty, wow, okay. And it's going around it. And the right of way, this little van is waiting. Good job. Oh, I had to take over. Yeah, right. Good job. Very smooth coming in. What's my final verdict? The purpose of this test drive is for me as a Tesla Model Y owner with FSD, which I've driven close to the past month or so in the US. And I just wanted to sit behind the wheel of the P7 with the VLA 2.0 and just see how the system does. And I want to have a verdict at the end of this drive to see the best comparison and to see if Xpeng's claim that they are the closest to being what FSD is like in the US, and I've had that experience. It's good, it's not perfect, but it's super. What's going to be my verdict? I don't know at this point, so I'm going to test it out and we'll see how it does and stack up against FSD, which I think is very unbeatable. Okay, NGP starting. Oh, this is good. This is very good. So that car was trying to turn left and NGP just kind of went around it. So we just left this hotel, which is right next to T3, and it's about 7:30 in the evening. It's getting dark, not completely dark, but almost dark. And kind of driving conditions. I mean, cars turning left, not yielding to vehicles going straight. There's bicycles, there's scooters. Although this area, I think at this time of the day, the traffic is not that bad. Yeah, it's just another signal just saying that I needed to put my hands on the steering wheel, which is very different than Tesla's FSD, because FSD, there's no requirement of having to have your hands on the steering wheel. I mean, there's a DMS, just watches you kind of if you're paying attention or not. You don't have to put your hands on the steering wheel, and that's one thing that's different. It's hard to kind of compare, and that's obviously in the US, which kind of makes it even less fatigue, right? You can just rest your hands on your legs, or you don't have to put it on the steering wheel. So you see on the right side, there's all these scooters. Many of them are kind of the fast food delivery guys, the YMI brothers. They have their own lane on the side road, but sometimes you do see these scooters on this part of the main road on the right side. All right, it's about to make a left turn. There's a, oh, wow. Okay, and now also there's actually 3 lanes of left turns. So it chose the middle lane. So now the light has turned green for the left turn. So there's a bit of traffic. So the good thing about testing at this hour of the day is you do sometimes see this jammed traffic at the intersection. So this is quite complicated. I think more complicated than in the US. So this is a perfect chance to see how the system reacts, especially with the left turn light turning down. It's quite complex. There's cars parked in the intersection like this with the G-Class. This car is trying to turn in. There's the car to my left. So how it negotiates and navigates. All right, we got it. Good job. So this type of setting I have not had to be in my Tesla Model Y for FSD. So usually in where I live in a small town, we don't usually have, or we never have this type of situation. Now we're gonna have a right turn and it just kind of merged over 4 lanes. I think this left turn here, it's ever so slightly hesitant. I think in the same situation, FSD probably would have done better, more decisive, just go. Because there's not much traffic, there's no traffic at all. So slightly hesitant. So this P7 that I'm driving in debuted last August. One of the events I went to actually at the Shougang Park. Just a couple of days before I returned to the US. I think it was August 6th or 7th last year. Great event, and I love the kind of the design and styling. Very sporty and very controversial and provocative design for this vehicle. We have some scooters on the right. I think turning is quite careful. I think FSD would probably be more decisive and quicker. And here it's kind of slow. I mean, it's only going at what? 35 kilometers per hour. I don't know why it's not kind of passing these vehicles in the front. I think Tesla probably would have done so quicker. Now you see there's a slow bus up front. But also on the left lane, there's a car turning left, so it's probably why it decided not to merge onto the left lane. But sooner or later, this bus is going to stop for a bus stop. Now you see vehicles merging in from the left turns. Okay, yeah, I just did a stalk turn because it's just going too slow. I don't know why it's not merging automatically to pass this slow bus. Oh, nice. Actually, this kind of a sudden stop when the light turns, at the initial pressing of the brake, you do feel slightly jerky, and then once you come to a stop, right before you come to a stop, I think the vehicle does a good job of letting go a little bit so that it's not jerky. It's not a jerky stop. It was a smooth stop. So I think Tesla does a very good job at this. You好，小 P， 打开座椅按摩。Oh, this is so good after a day walking the first press day of the 2026 Beijing Auto Show. Oh, I needed this. Having a massage in a P7 while experiencing VLA 2.0. Nothing better to do after a long day at the auto show than doing this. So this car is actually turning left. No hesitance. Very good. This is very Tesla FSD-like. Before, this would have slowed down because it's got to think what this car, This is very good. Merging to the left, passing this slow bus leaving that bus stop. And this car is trying to merge left. Okay, all right. Oh, that was pretty, wow, okay. So that white car just merged left, and there's a car right behind us also going to the right. And Xpeng just flawlessly merged from the leftmost lane to the right turn lane. That was very good. No hesitance at all. Okay, this stretch of road seems to be slightly more complicated. Now you see a lot more, you don't have the dividers with the scooters and the pedestrians. This is a great situation where the roads is getting narrower, and it was yielding to this scooter. It slowed down to yield, so which is very good. And so far, it's been quite good. I wouldn't say exceptional, but quite good. Oh, nice. It speeds up since the light turned green. Now it slows down. Oh, wow. Okay. It kind of hesitated ever so slightly and then just went. Because there was a scooter coming. Oh, I didn't know it was turning left. I wasn't paying attention. All right, this is another kind of a small, very small, narrow off-road. Some pedestrians walking. Just went past them, no problem. All right, there's this tight kind of gate area. Nice, very nice. And there's this bus that's making a left turn, but now we're kind of stuck. Yeah, you see, we're actually going off-road a little bit, where the tires are going onto the rough road surface. And it's negotiating perfect. Hey, all right, good job. This car is getting off. Typical situation, probably a ride hail. Oh, somebody is still not off yet. Crossing the street. And we have a upcoming left turn at the light. Okay, what's going on here? I think this BYD wants to pull over. And I think Xpeng, the P7 has sensed this and it's going around it. And the right of way, this little van is waiting. Good job. Yeah, I don't know how FSD would have performed here in that situation. Obviously, okay, there's this big bus turning into this side of the road. So that works. Yeah, it's so far as the traffic conditions are much more complex than my everyday use of the FSD. That was very smooth. Oh, I had to take over. Yeah, that was too close of a call for me not to react. Because that car was veering over to my lane. That was close. That was close. I had to take over. So we're nearing the end of this trip of the Xpeng VLA 2.0 on the P7. What's my final verdict? It's hard to have an apples-to-apples comparison because of the road conditions. I'm comparing a Tesla FSD in a small town in Massachusetts where it's nowhere near as complex as this. But if we think of that kind of the frame of reference, of course FSD is much better. But in quite a few scenarios, the P7's VLA 2.0 did a very good job, very decisive. Whereas in a couple of other situations, it was slightly lethargic. There was one disengagement where the car on the left was merging to my lane and was very close to hitting me, so I had to take over and steer to the right. But overall, I would rate this very good. Not exceptional. I think there's still some distance compared to FSD, but again, with a grain of salt that this is a China road conditions. At night, very complex, multiple mobility formats involved on the road, which you don't have in the US. So, but again, overall, I think FSD is still, that's why, Xpeng, a lot of these Chinese companies, they benchmark against FSD because FSD is the golden standard. So this is telling me it's switching to this NGP roaming. So I don't know how that feels, but we'll see. Again, I say FSD is better, but how FSD would have performed on the exact same route that we just went, I don't know. I have no idea. So it's difficult to have an apples to apples comparison, but with all things considered, with a grain of salt, I'd still rank FSD as at the top, and there's some kinks to be worked out, I think, for VLA still. If it could be a little bit more decisive rather than hesitant, but great job, already a great job. Alright, so this is still under ADAS mode. It's under this NGP roaming. Alright, good job. Very smooth coming in. I didn't have to press. Okay, it's telling me the NGP roaming is backing out, so I have to. Now it's manual driving now. So overall, great, not exceptional. Some kinks to be worked out, and just continuing to improve. A lot of work to do. Xpeng, Xiaopeng. Keep working.